After being pillion for almost 2 years, finally one day when I was working in kitchen cooking for Sachin, he surprised me with some keys, and that keys was of none other than my dream bike, my first bike, my companion, Avenger 220. And then there was never looking back. One day, me and Sachin, we were talking about bikes. In fact, we can talk about bikes and foods for an hour and hours. So that was the time when first time I told Sachin, I dropped a bomb on him saying that I'm going to ride my bike to Ladakh. It was just 2 months I started riding it to office, and that was the day when I decided that okay, I'm no more going to ride only to office. I want to do something more with my bike, and decided to take my bike to Ladakh. Initially, when I dropped bomb on Sachin saying that I'm going to ride my bike to Ladakh, he was very skeptical, hesitant, doubtful. He wasn't sure whether he should say yes or he should deny my request. But what I appreciate here was he never said me no. He was like, okay, we will see. He did take a lot of tests of mine. He took me to Indore, where we covered 750 kilometers in a day in scorching heat. And I was literally dehydrated over there. My stamina was tested big time, but I passed it. Then he took me to off-roading to Rajmachi, where he saw how I handle the off-roads and all those things. And I passed that too. And finally that golden words from his mouth saying, yes, you can ride to Ladakh. Well, we will see whatever would happen, but I don't think so I should say you no, because if now I say no, you will never get that much stamina and that much courage to ride anywhere else.
So when we agreed that we both are riding our individual bikes to Ladakh, we started preparing for our ride, and within a month we were done with our bike preparation, routes, clothes and everything about Ladakh, what we need to do it. And I had to do all the things because she wasn't aware of all the things regarding bikes, and also I had to do all the things, and on top of that I have to take amateur rider with me, so it was very tough for me to start the rides.
Apart from riding bike, I did not know anything. I did not know anything about gears, about parts of bikes, spares of bikes, what gloves, anything about that. Yeah, I knew about few things because I always rode a pillion, but apart from riding bike, I was like, बाइक है चलना है जो होगा देखा जाएगा बाइक है चलना है जैसे भी लेकर चलो 12th June 2015 we started our ride in midnight. We packed each and every stuff. We loaded our bikes at 11:35 and then we started our ride around 12 or so.
We broke the coconut as
yes, we did even that. Jai Mata Di bolkar chalo Ladakh. So yes, so Sachin he did the coconut ceremony and then we started our ride. The initial thing which went wrong was starting our ride at night.
Yes, and we faced a lot of traffic on Ghodbandar road. Because there was some construction going on there, so somehow we reached Fountain Hotel. We had some dinner over there. One of our friend also came to meet us and see us off from there. From there we started our ride again in the night. Around 1 o'clock we started from Fountain Hotel and we started towards Gujarat, and around 2 o'clock I guess it started pouring like anything. It was pouring heavily, and It was pouring heavily and we did not carry tarpaulin with us, so we had to make a stop in nearby dhaba. And there Kiran was snoring like anything and I was like,
because
poor soul.
we had a long day in office, and then we came to home. We did last minute checkups of our bikes, and then we started our ride, which was really wrong. Our body was almost so much tired, and then riding it in night, that too. In fact, if you were in Pune, Mumbai at that time, we even got holidays. We got our office off. Office was shut down because of very hard pouring. That was a similar day when we started our riding.
Yes, so somehow we reached Ahura Hotel around 5 or 6 in the morning, and we had breakfast there. After and still rains were there, and nowadays we go for breakfast right to Ahura Hotel and we reach within 2 hours. So this was the biggest mistake we did.
We took
that
6 hours.
We took 6 hours
to reach
Ahura Hotel. We did not even knew that hotel. It serves very good Parsi food there, and from there on we started riding, and then rain stopped. And we crossed Vapi, then Surat, and by noon around 1 or 1:30 we reached Vadodara Halol highway, and we took a halt for lunch, and we had very heavy lunch over there.
We had parathas, jeera rice, dal fry, lassi,
Rose lassi
with a lot of dry fruits. We had so many things, and we were almost very sleepy. We were tired because we were riding since I think 10 hours. We were riding
Yes,
since last
so-
10 hours,
Yeah.
and it was really pouring hard. And वो बारिश में पूरी body ऐसे loose सी हो जाती है. अब मतलब हाथ पूरे हमारे our hands were completely wet, and all those things.
Yes, and we then proceeded with our ride, and we crossed Godhra, and we were about to reach Lonavala, and something happened.
Something disastrous happened. We could have easily made it to Udaipur. However, around Modasam, I was riding behind Sachin. Sachin was ahead of me. He was not more than 30 or 40 kilometers per hour. However, suddenly what I saw was his bike started swinging on road, and Sachin, he took 3-4 rounds falling on ground. His bike is somewhere else, dashing a barricade. He's somewhere else. I was like, what the hell is this happening? Why is this? I mean, I was shocked. I was numb for a minute when suddenly all the villagers and the local people, he gathered and lifted the heavy beast. Sachin was all okay because of all the riding gears. There was no bruise at all.
Yes, so I was having knee guards and riding gears, all the riding gears. So those saved me, and
yes, that literally saved him. Thanks to all the riding gears, thanks to local people, thanks to God that nothing happened to Sachin at all. For a moment I was like, okay, let's go home. It's our first day of ride, and this accident happened, and I'm really disheartened. Like, what more? I don't want to see this kind of thing. So he was so positive. He said that अगर मेरी bike चालू नहीं भी होती ना, तो भी I would have made it to Leh. So his determination really gave me a positive rush in my body, and so. Yes, and we resumed our bike. Thanks to Shardul, who followed us from Lonavala. He stays in Lonavala, and because Sachin made a custom helmet for us where he rode.
yes, I painted both our helmets with whatever color we like.
Yes.
She liked blue because her Avenger was blue. So she got a good helmet because my helmet was first painted, so the quality of paint was not that great. So because of those helmets, Shardul spotted us and he followed us, and when he met us, he saw us on the road. My right hand side mirror was
His
completely
right side
gone,
mirror
my
was
headlight was completely gone, and
Our first
it
meeting,
was
I think it was our first meeting to Shardul, and it was in such a manner where we were.
first meeting was on road, that too on
Disastrous
crash.
meeting.
Yes, so he tried to help us, but there was no mechanic in Lunawda. So he told us that go till Modasa and complete your day one, and then you can proceed towards Udaipur, and you can get your bike fixed in Udaipur, and you can proceed ahead from Udaipur.
His handle was still there, headlight was gone, mirror was gone. But fortunately, when I inserted the key and started the engine, bike was live. So around 7 p.m. we concluded our ride. We concluded the day one. We reached at a particular hotel, and we did not do any booking. So because since Sachin's bike headlight was not in a working condition, we were not able to ride ahead after sunset. So we found a shelter, and we really needed rest with all the adrenaline and
Yes, after riding for 20 hours, yes, disastrous,
things.
rainy rides, and it was one hell of a day for us.
First
one,
day, and
yes.
so many things. I mean, rains,
Yes.
accidents. We took 20 hours to reach just Modasa. Now, in
550
a day, I
kilometers.
think 13 hours we reached Udaipur.
Yes, that too with breakfast, snacks, lunch, lot of loo breaks, and lot of photography and video breaks. So that's how you grow, right?
And that was the end of our day one with very bad note. But the good note was we were still determined.
Since we slept early on day one, we could start our day two on time, and we reached Udaipur by 11:30. Second day's plan was to reach Jaipur, but we thought it is not possible because my headlight were gone and my mirror was gone. So we had to find mechanic to fix all those things. So we started searching for mechanic in Udaipur. But unfortunately it was Sunday and we could not find mechanic as soon as possible. So we saw one guy riding bullet in Udaipur. We asked him for help, and he did helped us. He called his regular mechanic to check whether he is available or not, but unfortunately he was not available. So he stayed with us for some time, and he thought about let's go to one more mechanic he know, and we went there. He took us till that mechanic.
So it almost took more than 3 hours
Yes.
to get Sachin's bike fixed. In fact, we had to fix the mirror. The new mirror was placed. Headlight, the
Headlight was
mirror
not available with them.
at all. Yeah, so they found it from somewhere, and then the headlight was fixed. The handle was completely tilted. That was fixed, and they were very slow kind of people over there. So of course they took more than 3 hours. More than 3 hours were wasted over there.
Yes, and charged more money also.
They even charged more money because they were like कि हाँ लड़का लड़की तो अलग बाइक पे बहुत पैसा होता है, and they normally think that they has that
But
mentality.
that's
So
okay.
that's okay. So we paid them and then we resumed our ride. To reach Jaipur, and I think we could have easily made it to Jaipur,
Yeah, but
right?
because of these fixing things we
And
could not.
all those things, we thought that okay, चलो पहुंच गए तो ठीक है, नहीं पहुंचे तो देखेंगे कहाँ तक पहुंचेंगे. So we resumed our bike and we were in full swing. We reached Bhilwara around 7 o'clock. I clearly remember it was time of sunset and it was 7:30.
We were actually enjoying
a ride. You know what?
Both the bikes fixed and
Yes.
everything was going as per the plan. And we changed our route from Jaipur to Ajmer because we
Yeah.
knew that to reach Jaipur it will take more time. So we thought to reach till Ajmer and then proceed.
At least till Ajmer
Yes.
because our parents always asked me. My mom, she always asked me to go to Chishti Baba Ji and all those things. It was not at all in our plan to go to Ajmer and go to Dargah. But you know, it is always like man proposes and God disposes kind of thing. So what happened was I was riding in first lane. I was enjoying the ride. I wanted to overtake a truck and I tried to honk. When I tried to honk, I realized that my horn is not working. I thought to flashlight, then I realized my headlight is not working. Then I tried to give indicator and come from first lane to the third lane. Then I realized my indicator is not working. So in short, all the electricals of my bike was completely failed.
Now the big part, it was 7 o'clock in the evening, sun was completely set. She was without her headlight and anything, and we had to cover 70 to 80 kilometers to reach Ajmer. Now what we will do? Now we stopped for some break and we took some snaps. We discussed how we can go ahead with this scenario.
So what we thought is because Sachin's satellite was very good, he even had that fog lamps. So the clarity on road was awesome with Sachin's bike. So what we thought is
one was broken. We could not fix that.
Yeah, we could not
Only
fix
one
that.
fog light was working.
So the mechanic he was not able to fix that thing. So that was okay kind of. But again, because of that one focus light and the headlight, the clarity of road was much better than all the other bikes. So what we thought was I will be riding behind him and he will be giving me the directions. And I said, let's do this, because anyhow, by hook or by crook, we have to reach Ajmer at least.
Yes, because in between that place there was nothing good place to stay for.
Yeah, there was lodges kind of things,
Yes,
and the place was not so good. Bilwara and all those places, and many of you know. So we thought at least to ride till Ajmer. Now what happened after some time? I thought that if Sachin is riding behind of me, I'll get more clarity because of the focus of the light. So I started riding. After some kilometers, I started riding ahead. Sachin riding behind me.
And that really worked, because
That really worked.
my bike's focus was really good. So I was riding very close to Kiran, and we were very slow, around 40-50 का speed पे हम लोग चला रहे थे. She was just ahead of me, and I was tailing with her, and that's how we started riding. And
और जब भी वो white strips दिख जाता था, मैं पूरी slow हो जाती थी, क्योंकि actually मैं 2-3 बार, 2 or 3 times it really happened that some of the bike or cycle वाले just came in between. I was like, oh my god, I cannot honk, I cannot do this, I cannot, it was really. And of course that yellow strips जो रहता है, even that helped a lot. We tied that yellow strips back,
those highlighters
kind of things. It helped at least लोगों को समझेगा कि कोई तो ride कर रहा है. We have to be away from that. So yes, and that is how we reached Ajmer.
Yeah, by 9:30 we reached Ajmer. We could have reached by 8 o'clock in 1 hour, from 7 to 8.
Aram se,
but
yeah.
it took around 2.5 hours to reach Ajmer. We quickly found a hotel and we checked in, and that's how our day 2 ended.
Day 2 disastrous again, but
Yes.
again we hotel तो पहुंच गए थे, everything was done, but we were again thinking कि यार बाइक को हुआ क्या है, in case अगर headlight नहीं चला, indicator नहीं repair हुआ तो क्या करेंगे, क्या हुआ क्या आखिर. We were so confused, and somehow because we were tired, we dozed like a dead body that night, and we hope for a better tomorrow. When you face such incidents, the first thing is be cool, don't panic. Since it was my first ride and I was too new to see something like that, where you are seeing accident of a person you love the most, believe me, it's horrifying. So be determined, be cool.